Okay. Welcome back to NSA Bulls podcast with Nick and Sean. Another episode, another week in the NBA along with the Chicago Bulls. Nick, what's going on? And talk to us, man. What's going on?
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Feeling good. It was All-Star weekend. We saw some things, pretty fun. We talk about the dunk contest. That was pretty fun.
It was very surprising what we saw. We got a lot to talk about with that weekend. I know a lot of sports outlets got their, opinions on what had happened over the weekend out, and we definitely want to voice what we thought as well too. So you was actually right. What happened? You was right. Well, we're gonna talk about that.
About Dame.
You was right about Dame.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like he could do it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
He definitely is that guy. No question about it.
Yeah.
Shooting ability. Yeah, we'll get into it, man. We'll definitely get into it.
What do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about these Chicago Bulls, man. As we last wrapped up 6 straight losses. But let's talk about those new additions that we got. We got Patrick Beverly now, y'all.
Wow.
Patrick Beverly. There's a mixed crowd out there. They say that this is a pointless add-on, or they looking at it from a guard standpoint. We got a lot of guards. I look at it as an add-on, as an addition, because he's going to give us the intangibles that we are severely lacking in.
Yeah, he can definitely provide like some energy, bring the dog out, maybe out the team, so we can have a little edge to us or something.
Absolutely. We need him severely because of that reason, that dog.
Yeah.
He's going to bring out a lot of stuff that we need. A lot of our guys who aren't natural leaders.
Yeah. He's
going to be able to challenge them a little bit in terms of just being better basketball players and being able to kind of send the right message to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a really good fit for guys like Io as well.
Yeah.
Coming from Chicago, Io from Chicago, he's going to be able to show him a little bit more like how to be a professional.
Yeah.
Not saying Io's lacking anything in particular.
But just learning the NBA from a vet.
Exactly. Plus, he can hit some timely open shots, too.
Yeah. I like the fact he's going to be there, so maybe that edge can rub off on Zach and DeMar. And that's what we really need.
That's what we need. That's what I'm talking about. We need somebody like that. We've always had, in all the contending years, whether we've won a championship or not, as a franchise, we've always had a guy or guys in particular that had that edge with them.
Dennis Rodman,
Noah.
Joakim
Noah. Edgy guys. We need edgy guys. That's how you win in this league.
Yeah.
Everybody's talented. You got to have a guy that can give you edginess because we've already got talent.
Yeah.
Our problem is we don't have any edginess and we don't have any discipline.
Yeah.
And we don't combine the two on a game-to-game basis. We're very... you watch the Bulls games, you just feel like they just... not a big deal.
Yeah.
We'll get to it, and then we'll turn it on when we need to. Like, he going to bring that edginess that every game matters. I wish we had him early in the season.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
Ultimately, in terms of the intangibles.
It just seemed like he wouldn't put up with the BS.
Exactly.
He'd just be all in the guy's face like, man, get this together. Like, what are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's great, man.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to see it. As we kick off the first game back from the All-Star weekend against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
This is a well-coached team we'll be going against. Obviously, they beat us last time off the trade deadline, and I thought that was like a golden opportunity for us to win with no Kyrie, no KD anymore.
Right.
And we didn't take advantage of it. So we'll see how it happens. But let's talk about All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean, if you would have graded on a scale, what would you grade the All-Star weekend in its time?
I feel like it was exciting. I'll give it a shit. I'll give it an A.
You give it an A?
Yeah.
You give it an A.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to flip it back, bro. Hold on. I will give the All-Star weekend, give it like a D, bro.
For real?
The reason why is because, the dunk contest was okay.
Yeah.
But the stars weren't playing that way. And in the game itself, I ain't like that game. I thought the game was just like, it was just missing a lot of aggression or a lot of intensity. Not that you want guys to play like it's the playoffs, because obviously they'll never get to that point and play like that with so much season left to play. But they just don't care. They were just playing. They were just doing whatever.
There was no defense.
None whatsoever.
I mean, but don't you think they kind of turned it up towards the end of the game a little bit, or no?
No, I didn't feel that way at all.
No.
I felt like, it was just, it is what it is. There was certain guys that was trying to hoop a little bit, but I just felt like the guys get paid so much money nowadays, they just don't care.
Really?
But the killer part about it is that the fans are what pay the tickets and pay to watch and all the streams and all the stuff like that. So gotta put what the fans really want into perspective, for the long haul. Yeah. But I just feel like it ain't what it used to be.
So you're saying like the game itself?
Yeah, the game itself, I feel like the skills challenge was just like mad goofy. I ain't like.
I didn't pay attention to the skills.
I ain't like the skills challenge. I thought it was kind of like a lot going on with it, with the bounce pass. I mean, they've always had the bounce pass go through the circle, but it was like doing this thing where they wanted like 3 teammates to, while it was like the circle was moving and they were just like all trying to get it in there.
So they adding to it.
They added to it in that. The 3-point shooting contest was pretty decent, with the exception of Julius Randle, who had no business being in this.
Yeah, you called that out, right?
That shit was just retarded, man. It's just like, come on, man.
It was somebody else that didn't perform well. It was like I forgot who it was.
I know, kid from Indiana. He shot the lights out with 31 points.
Was it Jason Tatum? I think he was in it, right?
He was in it.
He didn't really do well.
I thought he shot like average.
I think he got like 20 the first go around. Like, it was average, yeah.
I thought Lauri Markkanen, he was my pick, being in Utah to move up, but he didn't perform to the level I thought he would. He didn't play horribly, but he didn't shoot horribly. But
and who ended up getting the MVP for the game?
For the 3-point shooting?
No, for the All-Star game. Who got the MVP?
Jason Tatum. He scored 55
points.
points.
Yeah, I said somebody gonna damn near put up 50.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. They not playing no defense, but it was.
So you would give it a D?
I give it about a D.
Wow,
about a D. If I'm being generous, I say C minus.
So what are some things that could have been different about the game?
Just they, wanting to play basketball. Because I mean, like, okay, I'm not gonna take a page out of like ESPN and like that, right? But they made an excellent point where guys have played better in pickup games, than they do in the All-Star weekend, right? They can play better. There's another gear. I'm not saying go to the highest gear like it's the finals, but
play.
Come on, for example, 2020 when we had it in Chicago, they played their ass off, and they did it as a way to respect the late great Kobe. Because Kobe at the time had just passed away 2 weeks prior to that, so it was like, man, we're gonna play the way Kobe would want us to play for this All-Star weekend, right? And they was drawing charges, like Kyle Lowry was trying to get offensive fouls called, like stuff you just normally don't see in an All-Star weekend. They was really trying to win the game. I mean, that was 3 years ago, but it just went back to cats being too cool, playing too cool to me. But
call out some people who was playing too cool.
I just feel like the whole league in general, they all do that. Yeah. They all play cool. Yeah. They all get a ton of money, and they don't have that. A lot of them don't have that zest to just want to every night go out there and play like that. Anthony Edwards in particular,
he said something.
He did. He was saying like, guys, y'all got to play. So I respect the fact that he was saying that and saying like, look, we got to play out there, because it's fans who don't get a chance to pay.
That's what he
top dollar all the time, and
and that's what Anthony Edwards said. He said fans don't always get a chance to see their favorite player play live.
No.
So if they go to the game and their favorite player is out, it's like, it's messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, they all talking about, okay, so what do the players have to do? What does the league have to do to make it a better league for the next week or whatever? It's hard for me to put my finger on it as a spectator, but I mean, the money. The money the guys get paid. I mean, they all think they Instagram models and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one thing about the
Instagram thing.
That's one thing about the NBA now. Like, since Instagram is so embedded in the NBA, and like, these players have so much influence. Since they're on these social platforms. But what I was gonna say is, I don't want to sound like a hater, but sometimes it's a little cheesy, these NBA players, when they're just posting all these pictures on Instagram.
Corny.
And it's like,
corny, man.
Bro, it's like y'all over here trying to have a dress off. Like, bro, y'all having a dress off? Like, bro,
what the hell is this?
And then I see on TikTok, it's this dude that rates the NBA players' fits. It's like some white guy, you know, and he sounds so lame when he's doing it. It's like, bro, this is what the NBA is now, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's like some hype B shit.
Yeah. Did you see his outfit? No, I want to see him play.
Yeah, and the dude on TikTok is literally rating their outfits, like 1 through 10. Like,
I feel like a lot of times, I mean, we could be guilty of it to a certain degree, just not that. That's extreme to us, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's trying to create their own content off what the NBA is, right?
Yeah.
That in particular, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, talk about what they're here for,
bro. It's like the players dress better than how they playing. Y'all dressing better than how y'all playing.
Exactly. And a lot of them be too entitled, man. Shout out to John Morant for being too entitled. The reason why I say too entitled is because, let's take him for example, right? He should be in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
Every top player in their era who had that kind of ability.
What's up, LeBron?
Exactly. But with that exception, and we're going to talk about it and make that connection later, well, I'm going to make the connection later. They've all joined the dunk contest, right? And it's like, all right, I ain't gonna join it, but I'm gonna go in an all-star game and I'm gonna do a couple dunks. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, I could be in if I want to.
Yeah,
just do it.
Just do it, man.
Give the fans what they want to see.
Exactly. Too cool. Acting way too cool. Acting like you've done. And my thing for him in particular is, you just got in the league. You still haven't proved a lot or anything for that matter. What you got? 2 playoff berths?
Yeah.
Shout outs to you for doing that. That's awesome. You're 22 years old. You know, you probably think, okay, how old are we, right? You know, we over 10 years older than him. But in general speaking, it's just like, we looking at it like, okay, your career could be over. Knock on wood, we don't want that. You know, this happened. I mean, the average NBA career is like 5 to 6 years, right? Now, in his situation, being a superstar or on the cusp of that, right? You can see him having a long career. But as we know with guys like Derrick Rose, or guys that have happened in previous years too, you just never know what can happen. Where you no longer that top dog no more, right? And whatever those variables can be, take advantage of what you can while you can.
You feel like he don't?
No, he think he too cool, man. It kills me.
No, it was funny.
It kills me. I'm like, dude, come on.
It was funny on TikTok again. It was a video of Ja Morant lacing up his new shoes, and he was saying trench work.
Trench work?
Yeah. He was saying trench work like he come from the trenches. And people was dogging him in the comments. Yo, that shit was so funny. He's like, bro, he's like, what trenches you talking about?
Exactly.
Bro? What are you talking about?
Trench work.
Jesus,
man. This man, he got to stop it, man. He got to cut this shit out now, man. You know what I'm saying? But here's the reality, though. Like, guys like him, young enough, more than young enough, he still got the athletic build, still got the athletic ability, right? He's known more for the athletic gifts that he has. So you would think he would apply that in the most athletic contest. Hello? It doesn't make sense. It'd be one thing if he was like, you know, a player who just happened to have that athleticism, but he was known for something else. Yeah. No, he's known for that. Yeah. He's known. Like, my thing, too, is that he just started becoming a household name or a name that people really resonate with.
Right.
Real, like, people that follow basketball for years have always known who this guy was prior to him even coming into the league. So we're not talking about people like me and you. We're talking about the regular fan.
Yep.
They want to see you. You just had one of the best dunks earlier this season in the regular season. I mean, still in the regular season when you dunked on somebody, right? He got a couple of those this season, right? Yeah. People want to see you apply that with that creativity in the dunk contest. But he too cool for it. I remember last year he said, man, the rim ain't tall enough for me. I'm like, see, that's what we're talking about. The corny stuff. Stop. Just play. Just play. Get the fans what they want. Because they the ones why you getting the money anyway. So it's just too cool for me, man. Too cool for me. But I would love to see him in there. I'd like to see Anthony Edwards in there. Yeah. And Zion. But, you know, Zion, you damn near got to write that man off because he missed over 300 games already in his career.
Yeah, he's out right now, I think.
He out right now. He always going to be out. He going to forever be out.
But he's coming back soon, right?
And then he going to be back out again?
I don't know.
He just... First of all, he missed 58 games his first year in the league, right? He played 24 of them, right? Then I think he missed somewhere around like a little over 40 or 50. Don't quote me on that. Then he missed all of last year. And then he missed probably somewhere hovering around 15 to 20 games this season. So
he's gonna miss
always out.
He's gonna miss like a month.
He always out, bro.
Yeah.
So, what can you say? But to me, overall, I feel like the contest had some good moments. Shout out to, Matt McClung.
Yeah.
But G League going in there, showing these cats up, and
hungry for
it.
The attention.
Yeah. And it used to not be that drop off, right? It used to be like, all right, the stars not playing, but it'd be a guy right underneath the stars, like a Jason Richardson. Jason Richardson back in his heyday was probably averaging a dub.
Yeah.
All right. He wasn't an all-star, but he could give an all-star's work.
Right.
So it was like, all right, we can put up with this. And his athleticism made up for him not being an all-star. I mean, the prefix of the word is all-star weekend.
So with the all-star weekend, do you think all-star weekend was better when we were growing up, like 10 years ago, significantly? Or do you think it's not as exciting as we just grow up?
You know what? I used to think, that's an excellent question. I used to think that it was maybe just the fact that I'm getting older and I have a different view or scope on things. But then I start talking to people that's younger and they feel like it's boring. So I start thinking it could be a mix of both.
But how much younger were these people?
So like people that I've come across could be, mid-20s. 22, 23, they're the same age as the guys that's prime in the league right now. John Morant age. I've talked to some people that's in that age bracket and they're like, listen, that was very boring. I didn't like it. I wasn't in tune.
Yeah.
So now I know it's not just a generational thing where it's like maybe I'm on some old man get off my lawn kind of thing. Like, no,
Right.
It's just boring. Yeah. It's just overall how people felt about it, right?
Yeah.
But they're never going to change how they look at these things until they start losing money. That's how a lot of corporations are. Yeah. Once you start losing money and start paying attention and not watching,
lose some viewers.
They're gonna lose some viewers like that because it's too much. And they need to go back to East versus West to me. I'm tired of this whole player draft this because it give me that recruitment vibes again. Cut it out with the recruitment vibes, bro. Like play with your conference, right? And they play with their conference.
I wish they had played with their jerseys too, like they did, back in the day. But they probably not gonna do that because they can sell the jerseys to make some money and shit.
Yeah, but the NBA, I remember you brought that. Thanks for bringing that up. The NBA, they've had moments where they would have like the jerseys, like regular jerseys, and then they would just literally put like an East or West sign on the back of it, and still sell it for $130. They gonna find a way to make that. They gonna find a way. They gonna find a way.
Sell an All-Star jersey or something.
Yeah, no doubt. No, but overall,
so I'm just trying to think about this All-Star. So you gave it a D. You damn near gave it an F.
What were some
All-Stars?
I fell asleep watching the damn All-Star.
What were some All-Star weekends that like stand out? Like besides the one before after Kobe died, like 2020. Before that, were any like All-Star weekends like up there?
Oh yeah, to me, 2001.
Yeah, okay. But I mean like recent years though.
Recent years?
Yeah.
Good question. No.
Yeah.
At least the last 3 or 4 years, excluding that 2020 year, I just ain't. I guess feeling.
I kind of stopped paying attention to like the dunk contest around like when Aaron Gordon was in it around that time. So I'm not sure what
that was a sight to see.
Yeah, but that was good. But I just wasn't watching it as much. I wasn't as tuned into the NBA. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, so like that in particular was a good time, right? Mm. But they're spaced out sparingly. They're not consistently giving you good performances. Yeah. Last year's dunk contest was atrocious. It was terrible.
I can't even remember it.
It was terrible. It was Greg Anthony's son in the damn dunk contest.
Oh yeah, he was dunking in Tim's.
Yeah. Exactly. He was dunking in Tim's.
Dunking in Tim's.
Yeah.
Hey, what about dude this year that stuck his arm in the rim and nobody did it? He like applauded or anything.
That was bogus as hell. No, he did it twice. He put his arm in the rim the first time, And then he tried to squeeze his arm. He tried to squeeze his arm in there to that extra arm, like, say like he had two in there. Then the second time he did it, he dunked it in and then pulled out a thing and said 50.
Like, bro, he even opened up the card, right? He did it, tore it. That bitch said 10.
So funny, man. No, but All-Star Weekend, I mean, I'm not asking for the guys to be out there and act like it's the NBA Finals and nothing like that, but they got to play a little bit more competitive juices.
They can play like some like rec ball.
Yeah.
Like a rec game, like outside scrimmage.
Yeah, and then other
thing like that.
Yeah, and the other thing I don't like, Sean, is the fact like you got guys that low key was hurt for their teams. DeRozan, but was playing in the damn All-Star game. The last few days he wasn't even playing on the Bulls, but then he played on the All-Star game. So you think that's some bullshit? I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, see,
NBA getting lame now.
It get lame.
It's getting lame. I ain't gonna lie.
Stop it.
That shit lame.
And then every time I look up now, people gonna miss what I'm saying. Every time I look up, everybody trying to have a brand.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of just playing, right? They all trying to like walk around carrying their kids. And here's what I'm trying to say to that, right? I'm not saying you can't carry your kids like you should be a bad parent. What I'm trying to say is they know the camera on.
Yeah.
And what they do is they holding their kid and stuff like that, and it's like the Steph Curry effect after that. Remember when he had Riley accidentally coming into the press conference? Ever since then, they all want to have their kid with them.
Get a moment like that.
They always, it's like they want the validation to let people know I'm a good parent. That's what I'm talking about with branding. Like years ago, the guys that came up before them, they didn't need to tell the camera, hey, I'm a good dad.
It was just about the
like,
game. Just play the game.
Exactly. It's about every little thing else now. It's about, what outfit I got on, like you mentioned. Am I a good dad? I want people to know I'm a good dad.
It's my kid right here in my arm.
I want to show the pictures of that. Like, I was like, come on, man. That's what be blowing me. That's what be blowing me. It's more than a game. You see, that whole stuff is more than a game. No, it's just a game right now. It's just a game. I understand in certain contexts it can be more than a game, but in this situation, it's about the game. Just play the game, and that's what we're here for, right? But
so it's the money, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
everybody got a brand.
It's the money, man. Everybody wants some money. Everybody want to keep making money.
Yeah,
making more money, and then when it's all about the money, the product is not going to be as good.
No, it sure isn't. It sure isn't. In other news, though, and we're coming off the win with this one, but Russell Westbrook is now a Los Angeles Clipper.
Wow.
It's a Clipper now. So he got to stay in L.A., but you're a Clipper now.
He probably like that situation, too.
Yeah, I think he will, too. But the Clippers are always trying to find a way to one-up the Lakers. Yeah. Like, oh, you ain't one, we'll take them.
Yeah.
But they did get rid of Reggie Jackson, so I see they needed a point guard. We need a point guard.
I don't know what's going on with the Clippers, though. I can't call it.
They'll be in the playoffs, and we'll see what happens to them then. I don't hear them having any issues with injuries right now either. Kawhi has been actively playing now. Paul George is out there. I think they're in the top 56 seed.
Yeah, they're up there like 4, low-key. Like 4th seed.
Yeah. So I think they'll be fine come playoff time. I think they just got to get the guys ready, whatever. So ultimately, we'll see what happens with them. But the Bulls got a lot of work to do. We'll see how they do with Patrick Beverly and to see how it can implement. But it can only be positive. I don't see it being negative for him.
Yeah, it's not like the team can get any worse.
Exactly.
I mean, they can, but it's like at this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. But we need guys like that in our locker room because nobody else is going to do it. Nobody else want to do that.
Stir it up.
Yeah, because to me, with the Bulls, it's giving me the vibes like when things aren't going well, they don't even communicate that well. They just get on their phones and just look at it and be like, man, I got to get to my family or something. They give me those kind of vibes like you could be in the locker room with somebody right now that's playing bad, but you won't tell them.
When you getting paid that much money, you already won. What the championship don't matter.
Exactly.
Like, bro, we getting paid buku money.
Exactly.
Millions on top of millions to do nothing. To hoop. To do something we always wanted to do. I mean, most of them guys probably just smashing chicks anyway, so they probably not even really, you know what I'm saying? They just living the life. So it's like, bro, if they just got paid less, this shit would get better. Period.
Yeah, that's true.
Period. I don't know hating shit. I'm just on some like, bro, just want to watch some real basketball.
No, you're not on hating shit. You just think about the product.
Yeah.
It's about the product now, and it's getting out of hand. Like when guys like Ben Simmons is getting $35 million, and he getting you 5 or 6 points a night with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what we're talking about. It's getting out of hand, and that's what I'm talking about. Acting like you more than what you here for.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I know that go through guys like Ben Simmons' head. He think he too cool. That ain't all mental. He think he too cool. He think he better.
I mean, it can't be mental, can it? Like he got all the way to this point without having any mental issues. But he was having mental issues though, because he was having those episodes where he felt like he wasn't there and shit.
I don't buy none of that.
I don't know, man.
I don't buy it. The reason why I don't buy it is because he's doing it with a new team too.
Yeah, but you were saying something like when he was like in high school, right?
Yeah, I mean it's documented that he always give up. He always give up, but you know how we like to look at it. A couple of people that I know like to look at it is that he been surrounded by a lot of yes guys growing up.
Yeah,
you know he always been a bigger, taller guy. Just because
he had that, yeah,
and he had access to things that you know maybe other guys had to work harder to get. So he's been through his whole life been easy.
6'9",
whole life been easy. Then he gets to a league where it's like more demand, and he can't answer, especially them Philly fans when he was out there. But it's like the fact, like, okay, you out of Philly now. When is it time to cook? And he's
not gonna cook.
Still not gonna cook.
Well, I mean, but he was cooking before, right?
I remember he was cooking.
We went to a game. We went to the game in Miami, right? Yeah. And he was damn near seemed like he was gonna have a promising career.
Yeah. He was dunking everywhere.
What happened? It was an injury, right?
I don't know if it was a specific injury. I think it was the fact that he had never had any growth. He was the same player from his rookie season. What you're talking about is his rookie season. Yeah. His rookie season or his second year in the league. Mm-hmm. But what happened was he never evolved. And you know what happens, right? The same thing happened with us as Bulls fans, right? When we see that you have potential, now we're looking for the next step. Mm-hmm. Chicago fans aren't as crazy as Philly fans overall, or let me just say as passionate. Right. However, we both have the same viewpoint. Yeah. Like both of that set of fans, right? You come over our team, we already know you good, right? We expect it. We expect you to be like to raise it up, and we get excited with the expectation that you're gonna get better. And when it doesn't get fulfilled, we get disappointed, and we get frustrated, and we get frustrated, we get pissed.
Damn, that hostile.
Exactly. Now we're like, get the fuck off this team, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not giving us what we thought you give us. Right. You know, and that's where it comes from.
You bum. Yeah. Crumb bum.
Yeah. But you know what, though? I think other fans are like that, too. I just know for certain Chicago fans, Philly fans are like that. Yeah. We get really upset. Especially as basketball fans, we get really upset. With football fans, we kind of know what to expect to a certain degree because we ain't been successful for too long. Right. But when it comes to Bulls fans and stuff like that, oh yeah, like if you come over here, you're a good player. Yeah, you know, I mean, to a lesser degree, it happened with Derrick Rose, and he didn't deserve it. But when he started getting hurt, and he was just like out too long, fans was just like, bro, this some bull. Right. Like they
getting anxious.
They was getting anxious, because they know what they can see, and they really want it bad. Yep. They want to see you out there, right? Yep. But for Ben Simmons, and you know, I don't think he will last too much longer in the league. Yeah, you know, that's my personal opinion on it. But we'll see.
NSA Bulls podcast, Nick and Sean, another episode. The NBA comes back on pretty soon next week.
No, this week. This week? Yeah, this week. The Bulls are gonna play the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. You know, I believe this Friday. Let me just give a quick little glance at the calendar real quick. You know, looking at the next time they play. Yeah, so they play Brooklyn on the 24th, Friday. Okay. You know, so they got a few days rest between All-Star Weekend. That should do them some justice. I mean, especially with getting that new acclimated piece with Patrick Beverly. So we'll see how that goes. All
right. So we're definitely going to check that out. Fingers crossed that everything works out for the Bulls and we can get some games under our belt and get some momentum going into the second half of the season. So everybody that's watching, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Peace.